Hi there everybody, this is David and welcome to New RPG News. It's another week, another show of news. I didn't have one last weekend because I was down with COVID, but I'm feeling much better now. So we are back and we have a ton of stuff to talk about today, from giveaways to old Game Boy Color games from whenever I was in college getting resurrected, to a whole bunch of Tokyo Game Show news and just tons of other stuff. And we're going to be starting off with a giveaway. And this is back on my video of the Final Fantasy Tactics Remastered Essential Tips That You Need to Know, where I said I had a giveaway going on, and there were 2 copies of Final Fantasy Tactics that I was going to be giving away as I went ahead and partnered with Tester Diet for this giveaway. And whenever I do giveaways in the comments, a lot of the times, I'll write the comment and then nobody will respond, and then I'll have to be like, oh, well, you didn't respond in 24 hours and you choose somebody else. So hopefully if I go ahead and I do it here in this video and I show y'all, who's winning, and then I comment on it, that they'll see it and they'll actually email me and they'll claim their code. So here we go. We're going to do this as random as humanly possible. Just kind of scroll the little thing around and see where we land. Okay. My favorite early game ability is the monk support ability, Recover HP. Well, there we go. That is a winning reply right there. So yeah, got some good stuff right there. Let's see. And moving right along, let's see who else we got going on for number 2. Let's go down here. David, you look like the monk. Okay, that's not an entry. I would say early would be focus. Spam that a few times, boost up your JP and experience. That is actually an entry. If you said, your favorite monk ability, then you would have won, but you just said I look like a monk, so you don't win. Sorry. Anyway, those are 2 winners. So yeah, if you got the response and you see it here, then go ahead and email me for that. Oh look, it's me again. Young me, or younger me. This was 4 years ago, whenever I talked about a new canceled RPG called Infinity for the Game Boy Color that was getting kickstarted, because I remembered this whenever I was in college. This game was announced for the Game Boy Color, and I was really freaking excited about it, and I wanted to buy it back then. I remember reading about it in RPG Gamer, an RPG fan, and yeah, but then it got canceled because the Game Boy Advance came out, and we didn't hear anything else about it. So it actually came back, it kickstarted, I was a backer, I'm a backer, yay, so there we go. Put my money where my mouth is and all that kind of stuff. So I talked about this a while back, but now it has finally come to fruition. It is here. So backers are getting it. And also, if you would like to get it yourself and pre-order it, then you can. And I will include links below for purchase for all the various things that they have right here. This is the actual game itself coming out on the Game Boy Color in a cartridge with an instruction manual and everything else. So this looks really freaking cool, really freaking neat. I am super duper excited about this one. Next up, from Bitmap Books, we have the definitive book of SNES RPGs, and guess who is actually in this book? Yeah, they contacted me and they were like, hey David, do you want to write a little blurb about some of the games? And I was like, sure. So I wrote a blurb about the 7th Saga right here. That's why I'm playing that video above me. And oh gosh, there's Final Fantasy Mystic Quest right there. There's Chrono Trigger. Good lord, it looks beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I also wrote a blurb about Breath of Fire in there as well, so you'll get to see me and my thoughts about these various games in this book. This is available for pre-order right now for $49. There is a collector's edition, but whenever I clicked on that one to show y'all, it was already sold out. So just the standard edition is there and available. Speaking of giveaways, I have another one. This is over on the Twitter. Whenever you go and follow me over there, I have 3 copies to give away of Lost Eidolon's Veil of the Witch, which is a side story to the original Lost Eidolons, and it's basically Fire Emblem, but kind of like a Western take on Fire Emblem with like a roguelike sort of thing, like death is kind of built in, but it's actually really fun. I've been playing it for quite a long time now, and I'm really having a good time. So if you want to enter, now is your chance. I'll include a link, of course, below. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D Remake has a new content trailer, introducing the game's new content. Well, duh. The trailer description reads, embark on a fresh journey in Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D Remake. Discover the mysterious ocean floor, uncover hidden scrolls and sigils, and try your luck with the tombola. That's the lottery. And then the scrolls are the things that like teach you new abilities and spells and things like that to customize your characters. And the ocean floor wasn't at all in any of the other versions. Now you can take your ship and encase it into a bubble and go on down to the ocean floor where mermaids are and Hargon's secret lore is and everything, the secrets of the world, all that kind of stuff. It says a timeless adventure now reimagined with new content and enhancements that bring life to it like never before. This is coming out at the end of the month on October the 30th for the PS5, Xbox, Switch, and Switch 2, as well as the PC. Another game that I just cannot wait for is Octopath Traveler 0. I love the Octopath Traveler series, and it looks like another trailer at Tokyo Game Show, an introduction to the gameplay systems right here. This is not a mobile game. This is based on Champions of the Continent, the mobile game, but it is a full console game. So it's based off of it, but it's not a mobile game. It's kind of like Atelier Reslariana was based upon that mobile game, but, you know, it's not a mobile game. It's a full console game, so don't be confused. It's start from zero and discover the newest entry in the Octopath Traveler series. Experience the story of restoration and retribution over the Divine Rings, an epic saga that unfolds across the realm of Orstera. A brand new feature such as character creations and town building allow you to create your own character and restore your hometown. I got to play this back. I was invited to like a little event during PAX West to play this and Final Fantasy Tactics and Dragon Quest 1 and 2, and I did make a video about that, you know, going over everything that I noticed and everything that I liked about the game and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm super duper looking forward to this. The Adventures of Elliot, The Millennium Tales, also has a Tokyo Game Show trailer. This is due out in early 2026. It's an action RPG. It's the first HD 2D action RPG that we have seen. And I know that right now it does have a demo out for the Switch 2, but not for anything else, and I don't have a Switch 2, so there we go. It's coming out for the PS5, Xbox, Switch 2, and PC, not Switch 1, in 2024. So yeah, it says, in the corner of a continent overrun with beast tribes, the kingdom of Huthor? I want to say Hunter. Huthor is humanity's sole bastion, kept safe by a magical barrier. After the discovery of heretofore unknown ruins, the adventurer Elliot and his fairy sidekick Faye? I guess it's Faye, I don't know. Brave the dangers outside the kingdom on a journey spanning not only the continent, but the 1,000-year history. Open new paths as you explore this untamed continent and reveal the world's mysterious history. Enjoy intuitive and rewarding action-based battles with a healthy dose of strategic support battles from a fairy. Herein are intertwined the fates of one adventurer and one fairy. It is time to unravel the threads of history. Don't trust Airy the Fairy. Yeah, I don't know. Are you gonna betray me, Airy the Fairy, or whatever your name is, Faye the Fairy, Faye, Foo, Fo, Fum, I don't know. One of the best remakes ever made from the same team that made the Trials of Mana remake, which is the remake of Seiken Densetsu 3, which came out for the SNES back in the day, but only in Japan. Romancing Saga 2 also came out for the SNES back in the day, but only in Japan. Now we have a remake, and this came out last year, and it is fan-freaking-tastic! But now it's coming out for the Xbox series as well. So yeah, it says it's priced at a launch discount of $35 that will later change to $50. A demo is also available with save data carrying over to the full game. I cannot say enough good things about this game. It was unbelievable. It really did take me by surprise just how high quality this one is. We also got more information about Suikoden Starleap. This is the next entry into the Suikoden series. We got a Headquarter Functions trailer, which introduces us to our home base. This is a free-to-play mobile RPG where they have said that the gacha is not intrusive at all. You can play it not paying a dime and still get all 108 characters. But if you wanted to bring in other characters from other Suikoden games and make like your dream team, like bringing Cyleads from Suikoden 5 or whatever, you have to pay for that, or Godot, or Chris from Suikoden 3, you'd have to pay for them, or Joey from Suikoden 2, you'd have to pay for that. But the actual 108 characters that are in this story, you know, the 108 Stars of Destiny, are all free, just like a normal Suikoden game. So it says that it introduces the home-based functions like bounty hunts, the blacksmith, the rune shop, various mini-games such as fishing, vegetable harvesting, mining, and so on, the box of wishes, group meals, and more. This is coming out not only on mobile, but also the PC, so we can play it with a controller. Hallelujah! A release date has yet to have been announced. This one's coming up pretty shortly. Pokemon Legends ZA now has an overview trailer of 6 minutes long. This one's coming out for the Switch and Switch 2 on October the 16th, so about 2 weeks or so it's coming out. Okay, here we go. Oh my god. Choose Chikorita, T-Pig, or Totodile as your first partner Pokemon and begin your adventure in Lumio City. On your journey, you'll encounter all kinds of Pokemon around town and wild zones where they roam free. Catch, battle, and Mega Evolve them in real-time battles, a first time for Pokemon RPG series, as you build your team and climb the ranks of the illustrious ZA Royale. And you can link up with friends locally or online with a Nintendo Switch Online 2 membership, and face off in a frenetic, free-for-all battles with up to 3 other trainers all at once. Outside of battle, make your home at Hotel Z, and visit friendly boutiques that offer new outfits and hairstyle, cafes to rest with your Pokemon, and find photo ops at scenic locales, including the Prism Tower at the city's center. Lumio City is also filled with a cast of colorful characters to meet. Make new friends when either Urbane or Toonie? Cross paths with, oh my god, Quasartico Inc. CEO Jet, and help residents indeed to earn various rewards and more. Normally a Nintendo game I can get through without having to struggle, but oh my god, that was bad. Fire Emblem Shadows has been announced for the iOS and Android, and it is now available. It got shadow dropped because it's Fire Emblem Shadows, of course. It's a real-time tactics and treachery game. Free to start, so that is key. It is not free to play, it is free to start. So they're basically saying from the jump, they're saying, bitches, pay up if you actually want to play this game. You can start it, you can go ahead and play for maybe an hour, but after a while, everything's going to get really hard for you if you don't pay up and fork over that cash. So it's a free to start real-time tactics and treachery game. Yeah, trust no one, especially Nintendo, because it's free to start. Yikes. Fire Emblem Shadows serves as a spin-off for the Fire Emblem series and introduces a new style of battles featuring role-playing and social deduction. The gameplay of Fire Emblem Shadow combines real-time strategy and social deductions. You just said that! One of the 3 allies participating in each battle is secretly a treacherous disciple of Shadow. Players choose to take on the role of either a disciple of light, aiming to find their way through the labyrinth, or a disciple of Shadow. After the initial battle, players vote to determine who they believe is the treacherous disciple of Shadow. The outcome of the vote affects whether the next battle is more favorable or more challenging. Whether the Disciples of Light can correctly discover the traitor, or the Disciple of Shadow can successfully deceive the others, holds the key to how the next battle unfolds. So it's like Among Us, but it's only 3 players, and one of them is you, so it's a 50-50 choice? Okay, what? I don't... Should we take bets? Should we take bets right now on how long this takes to get to an end of service? Yikes, this looks terrible. We have a new update for Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma. Hey, awesome. It has new bosses and development zones and more. And just an FYI, this is one of the very few games that is third party on the Nintendo Switch 2 that is not a game keycard. This one is actually a full-fledged game on the Switch 2. Just thought that I'd bring that up for no reason in particular. It adds 4 extremely difficult boss gauntlets that can be challenged after completing the main quest, a new development zone, capacity level increases, and more. And then it goes into exactly what is going on, just little minutia and things like that. So if you want to check out this game, if you haven't beaten it yet, now there's more content. Monster Hunter Wilds and Final Fantasy XIV collaboration event, Quest Planetus Protocol Savage has been announced. That's available on September the 29th, so it's already available. It says, for hunters seeking a true test of their skills, Omega Planetes offers an extreme challenge to those who have already proven their worth in the Planetes Protocol quest. Introducing the high difficulty permanent quest Planetes Protocol Savage, hunters that successfully fulfill their duty will earn materials to craft new weapons and armor unique to this challenging hunt, as well as being rewarded with a special pendant and gesture. So very nice. Looks like Square isn't the only one that's going multi-platform. Monster Hunter Stories and Stories 2 Wings of Ruin are coming to the Xbox One on November the 14th. They are currently available for the PS4, Switch, and PC. I don't know why they're not coming to the PS5 and Switch 2, and they just chose the Xbox One, but whatever. I don't know. I don't make these decisions. So, yeah. Step into the boots of a monster rider in the beloved RPG Monster Hunter Stories. Befriend monsties, battle in turn-based combat, and explore the broader Monster Hunter universe. The acclaimed sequel expands the adventure with refined combat systems and a deeper story, taking players on a high-stakes quest to guide the fate of the legendary Rathalos and stop the world-altering prophecy. Gotta say, great, really fun games. We saw this a couple of weeks ago. Monster Hunter Stories 3, Twisted Reflection, extended release date, trailer, and screenshots has now been released. When is this thing coming out? March the 13th for the PS5, Xbox, Switch 2, and PC. So not the Switch 1 and not the PS4. Okay, so it says this new tale unfolds in a world where the environmental phenomenon stokes tensions between the kingdoms of Azuria and Vermeil. Vermeil? I don't know. As rangers investigate the mysterious egg quartz that has appeared alongside the crystal encroachment, players will encounter various monsters such as Shadacabra and Raydou, while working to discover and protect endangered species of monsters and help restore damaged ecosystems. The journey will allow players to freely explore the wide world of Monster Hunter by climbing and flying on the backs of monsters. These riding actions also extend into combat, with special attacks to gain the upper hand when starting battles. This thing looks fantastic. Like I just said, I loved the first two Monster Hunter games, played them over on the Switch, and I am so looking forward to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy gets a free title update. So it says gallery mode, episode selection, scene creator, story mode, and more. That is coming out on the November the 19th. So let's see, it says, as well as 2 additional languages, Latin American Spanish and Brazilian Portuguese. So yeah, gallery mode, episode selection, scene creator, story mode. So lots of different stuff is now coming out for Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Moving away from Capcom and into some level 5 news, Inazuma 11 Victory Road has another trailer. This is coming out on November the 13th, so pretty soon, I suppose. It's a brand new story featuring a new protagonist, over 5,200 characters to collect and train, as well as an intense and competitive mode. There's no shortage of activities to enjoy. This new story takes place 25 years after the first Inazuma 11. In search of a world without football, okay, protagonist Destin Billows enrolls at South Cirrus Junior High. Meanwhile, within the prestigious Raymond Junior High, renowned as the top team in the Nationals, rises a football monster named Harper Evans. When these two cross paths, a tale begins to unfold. So it says relive past Inazuma 11 matches with Victorio, the boy who came from the future. Take on various teams, collect different characters, and build your ultimate dream team. So I mean, they're weird, they're different, you know what I mean? But it's always nice to have something a little bit different in the RPG genre. I thought that the first game was a lot of fun, so I like this. I'm looking forward to it. Professor Layton and the New World of Steam has been delayed to 2026, no longer due out this year. It's coming out for the Switch 2 as well as the Switch. Level 5 goes on to say, although the release was originally scheduled for 2025, in order to deliver the game in the best possible form, the launch has been rescheduled for 2026. We deeply regret any inconvenience this delay may cause and greatly appreciate your understanding and continued support. I, for one, am fine with this. This fall lineup of games is like so freaking stacked right now. There is just no way you could possibly like fit another game in there. There's so many right now. And I'm wondering if Level 5 saw that and they were like, no, there's way too much, but there's not really much going on at the beginning of the next year, so we'll move it out till then. Phoenix Wright isn't the only one that's getting an update. Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time, has a major free DLC, The Sinister Broco Bizarrio's Schemes, that launches in December, and Ginormousa undergoes a mysterious transformation. Again, this is free downloadable content, a free addition to the game. The story unfolds on Ginormousa, which is undergoing a mysterious transformation. This major downloadable content is scheduled for release in December, alongside the unveiling of a brand new logo. At the heart of the story stands Bizarrio, a new character whose unsettling grin appears to conceal countless secrets. As a familiar jewel begins to grow, the stage shifts to Ginormousa, now enveloped in a darker and more ominous atmosphere. Players can look forward to battles against new monsters, the appearance of a mysterious smoke-belching artifact, and the discovery of brand new equipment and mounts. I was like addicted to this game. I spent hours. I think there was one day I was like literally in front of my system for like 9 hours straight playing this game. This was one of the big surprises of the year. I was like, oh, it's a cozy game, whatever. And then I played it and I was like, wow, this thing is amazing. Moving on over from level 5 into Namco Bandai. Code Vein 2 launches on January 30th of next year. So let's see, it's coming out for the PS5, Xbox, and PC via Steam. There are pre-orders available with a standard edition, a deluxe edition, as well as an ultimate edition of the game. If I can find these links, I will include them below as well. And it says this features a deep narrative where players and characters are bound by blood, fate, and destiny. Set in a future where the last remnants of humanity and reverence struggle against a world on the verge of collapse. Following the sudden emergence of a threat known as Luna Rapacis, Revenants has succumbed to madness, transforming into terrifying creatures called Horrors. The Revenant hunter, guided by a mysterious girl named Lou, who possesses the power to travel into the past to rewrite the fate of the world. The player, as the Revenant hunter, will intervene in key moments of history to alter the key Revenant's destinies that reveal hidden truths and information to save the future. Players will embark on a journey through a world that spans across 2 different eras, where decisions carry weight and every battle tests skills and resolve. Code Vein 2 features distinctive gameplay for an action RPG where players use blood drained from enemies to unlock a variety of powerful skills, build strategy for combat with blood codes, and use unique weapons and equipment called jails to overcome challenging foes and epic bosses. Players can also forge bonds with powerful partner allies who fight alongside them and enhance their abilities. I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. I didn't really like the first Code Vein. I played it only because a lot of people in the comments recommended it, but they didn't tell me that it was like a Souls-like sort of thing going on. So I played it thinking like, oh, it's gonna be like a cute little action RPG like Scarlet Nexus or something, which I really did like, and then I was like, wow, this is, yeah, no. So, but I've also heard that it was rushed, and that this is more of the game that the developers wanted to create in the first place. So I'm going to give this a shot. I'm going to hit it with an open mind, and we will see where this ends. If it's still Soulsy-like, it's just not my thing, whatever. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad game, it just means it's my thing. But I do want to check it out. Anima Gate of Memories 1 and 2 Remastered for the PS5, Xbox, and PC launches on November the 7th. There is a PC demo currently available. It says the Switch 2 version was already announced, and that will follow in 2026. The save data from the demo can be carried over to the full game whenever it does launch. The collection features remastered versions of Anima Gate of Memories and the sequel, Gate of Memories: The Nameless Chronicles. They'll distribute physical at $35, standard $80 for the collector's edition for the PS5, which includes a copy of the game, a collector's box, an art book, an instruction manual, the original soundtrack CD, a pin, a keychain, a set of 4 character cards, and 2 art pins. So you do get quite a lot of stuff with this collector's edition. It's almost like you're getting something from like Xseed or Marvelous or something, with the amount of stuff that you get for not that much more, when you could be spending $250 and just be getting, well, okay, I'm gonna stop now. Let's see, it brings together 2 acclaimed action RPGs in one enhanced game. It's a third-person action RPG that weaves together 2 fates, one of a legendary monster and a mysterious girl with no memory of their past, the other of an immortal soul cursed to wander the world forever. Their existence will take an unexpected turn when they discover that all of them have been involved in something sinister, a war in the shadows in which they will have an involuntary leading role in opposing sides of the table. Utawero Mono Zon 2 coming to the PC in English. This was previously released in Japan for the PS4 and PS5. This is the first time it's coming to the West, but it's also going to support English, Japanese, and traditional Chinese language options over on the PC. It says that it follows and expands on the story of Utawero Mono Mask of the Truth, punctuating its most exciting moments with fast-paced action gameplay. Okay, it's an action game. This title presents an opportunity for longtime fans to revisit their favorite moments and for new players to discover the classic series from a more casual and approachable perspective. Mix and match flashy combat techniques, gameplay-altering equipables, and evolvable abilities. Create an unstoppable team for the 20-plus playable characters to blast through the 50-plus story missions and more in this action-packed adventure. It's back and better than ever, or so they say. The 7 Deadly Sins Origin launches on January the 28th of 2026. This is a free-to-play, not a free-to-start, a free-to-play open-world action RPG. I'm never going to let that go. It's out for the PS5, PC, Steam, iOS, Android. Okay. It's an open-world action RPG based on the globally beloved intellectual property The Seven Deadly Sins, which I've never once in my life heard of, which sold... Oh, it's manga, that's why. Okay, so it's some manga comic book. Step into the vast, beautifully rendered open world of Britannia, faithfully recreated from the original anime. Wait, is it an anime or a manga? Maybe it's both. I have no idea. Immerse yourself in a vivid reimagining of the story and experience a brand new original story set in the familiar universe of Seven Deadly Sins. Take on the role of Prince Tristan of the Kingdom of Lyoness and embark on a journey to restore order to Britannia, now thrown into disarray by a mysterious collision of time and space. Build your team from a diverse roster of heroes, each with unique abilities, and uncover original stories set in the universe. You just said this! Exclusive to Origin. Battle alongside fan-favorite characters from across the series, transcending timelines and dimensions. Meet compelling new original heroes appearing for the first time in Seven Deadly Sins Origins. Like, it looks good, but it's also, free to play, so withholding. Side-scrolling tactical RPG Wishfarers has been announced for the PC. It says a release date was not announced, though. It's a turn-based tactical RPG with streamlined platform movement, explosive combat, and destructible terrain. Wishing season is finally here, and the Wishfarers are ready to get granted. Join a plucky band of adventurers as they chase shooting stars, face mysterious foes, fulfill wishes with big and silly, and find decent pairs of socks. Okay, I don't know what socks have to do with anything, but okay, whatever. Players and enemies wield an arsenal of magical abilities to use in battle. Classic fireballs, lightning bolts, helpful healing spells, buffing bard songs, otherworldly summons, astral armaments, and the pinnacle of spell-slinging miracle moves. So this looks like interesting. It looks kind of fun right there. So I thought that I'd bring it up, kind of odd. But that is it for this week's new RPG news. Hope that y'all enjoyed it. Be sure to enter the various contests that I have and check out the links below for all the cool stuff that I showed y'all. So I'll see ya next week.